Hi there. Today I want to talk to you about a handful of Esperanto words that express some form of wanting something. We'll begin with voli. Voli is probably the most common, most famous of these. It means to want, wish, or choose. You can remember that everyone wants a voli ball. You can also more seriously think of the word volition. I think of the episode of the IT Crowd where Jen sends Moss in to kill a spider and he's so nervous. He goes, "Oh, look, I think it's left of its own volition. Mi volas diri ion. I want to say something. Kiu volas, tiu povas. Whoever wants to, that person can. Li volas kafon, not teon. He wants coffee, not tea. And another little word you can derive from voli is lau vole, which means to taste. It means optionally. It means literally according to one's will. Tio estas lau vola curso. It's an optional course. Vi raitas trinki kafon aŭ teon lau vole, sed ne bieron. You can drink coffee or tea as you wish, but not beer. And remember below that volonte and volontulo, these come from a separate root. They are not derived from voli. I didn't realize that, and I always assumed that they were connected, but they really are not. Volonte means willingly, and volontulo means a volunteer. Now, if volontulo was somehow a participle with a ul ending at the end of it, well, then wouldn't someone who volunteered yesterday in the past be a volintulo? See, you could get into that, bad little habit of changing things up that shouldn't be changed, and it should not be. So a volunteer, past, present, or future, is always a volontulo. That O before N there has nothing to do with the future form of a participle. It's not. So mi volonte helpos means I will willingly help you. All right. Next, we have a word that's maybe a little more forceful or strong, and that is deziri. Deziri means to desire or want something. She desiras la saman felicion. She desires the same happiness. Desirante vidi li saltas. Desiring to see, he is jumping. Maybe to see over into the window that's up high. Kian desirindan domon vi havas. What a desirable house you have. Kie estas la desirata fructo. Where is the desired fruit? Note that we wouldn't use volata or volinda in those above sentences there. They just aren't used. Those participles, you're not going to find them in anything, so don't put them in anything, all right? Bon vole donu al shi miain bon desiroin. Right now, you might think deziri and voli are almost identical. It's just a little bit stronger form of voli, right? So they're otherwise able to do each other's jobs. Putting bon in front of vole and bon in front of desiroin makes a huge difference. This sentence means, please give her my best wishes. Okay, so you can't switch those words around and do it the same way, right? Bon vole always means, willingly, good willingly do this, or please do this. Kindly do the following. You could also say bon volu doni al shi miain bon desiroin, and it would have the same meaning. And bon desiroin is going to always mean best wishes, okay? So make sure to keep those two straight, and hopefully this sentence can help you remember they're not as interchangeable as they might seem, okay? They are used for different purposes. This next word is really funky, and you do have to pay attention to this one because otherwise it's very easy to use it incorrectly and come across looking less intelligent. So manki means to be missing or to be lacking. If you ever played the PlayStation game back in 1999, I think, called Ape Escape? Think of the missing monkeys in Ape Escape, okay? If that helps you remember manki, that the monkeys were missing. La eternulo estas mia paŝtisto, mi mankon ne havos. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Now, if we hadn't talked about this, would you have put voli in there somewhere? Maybe even deziri in there? Well, that wouldn't have done it, okay? We're talking about a lack of something. I shall not want. I shall not have a want or a need that is unfulfilled. In that case, you want to use manko or manki there, all right? And now let's use it as a verb. Mankis al shi akvo do shi soifis. Water was lacking to her. and so she was thirsty. I know that sounds weird in English, but that is very normal sounding Esperanto, okay? Mankas al mi panjo. If you've seen the movie Captain Fantastic from a few years ago, there's a part where the family's on a bus and they're missing their mother who passed away, and one of the kids says, Mankas al mi panjo. And the dad says, hey kids, we talked about this, no Esperanto on the bus. And then they say, oh, bedaurinde, no, what they say, oh, domaĝe. Oh, what a pity. So it's like, oh, hey, I'm watching a movie and I'm hearing another language, I'm seeing subtitles, and I go, wait, I already knew that. I'm thinking in Esperanto at the speed of subtitles. This is amazing. Jen la mankanta butono. Behold, the missing button. Note, mankanta is what we use. The button is actively doing the being missed. Okay, you wouldn't say mankata. Mankata is extremely rare, almost to the point of just make a note of never using it. Whereas mankanta, most objects that are missing are mankanta. Okay, so let's reiterate something here, that this verb means to be missing. It does not mean to miss someone. Oh, I missed you so much. Now in English, that's our go-to verb, is I'm the one who's missing you. You're receiving missingness from me. But that's not here. That's not how we do it. So you wouldn't say, mi mankas vin, I miss you. No, for two reasons. One, that's not what the verb means. It means that you are missing in my life. So mankas al mi vi. That's how you'd say that. Second, you would not use a direct object form. You wouldn't use the accusative there, that little n at the end of vin. Oh no. Mankas is one of those verbs that you just have to treat differently. So don't ever say that. You don't replace it. You don't say mankis shin akvo. I know you think you can. We just had a discussion on Duolingo and on Facebook about this the other day, and some people were just like, I don't understand. I should be able to. But you just need to follow the rules sometimes. So with this, you don't. You say who is feeling the hurt from that lack, by saying all me, all she, or whatever. They're the person experiencing the missingness, and like, oh, I miss you. You put all that person, and then you, in the noun form, say what's being missed. Mommy is missing, and I'm the one feeling it. That's how you express this, okay? Next. This is a bit more of a rare verb, but a good one to know, and it definitely expresses a type of want. It is sopiri. It means to long for or yearn. Sopiri, one way to remember this is you could think of a soap opera of how everyone's always yearning and like, oh, I missed you. Where have you been? And, you left 8 years ago when you got into that coma, and then, you got pregnant after, it's kind of crazy. They would say things like yearn and pine and stuff. So another way though to remember is sopiri is so pining after something. You're so pining. Sopiri, if that helps, great. If it doesn't, forget it. Kiel servo sopiras al fluanta akvo, tiel mia animo sopiras al Dio. As the deer panteth for the water, so my soul longeth after thee. Many a bonfire at Christian Bible camp, we sung that song. As the deer panteth for the water, so my soul longeth after thee. Okay, so in English, we used two different verbs there that are equally expressed in Esperanto with sopiri. La soldato sopiris vidi denove la edzon. Note, I don't specify if it's a male or a female soldier, but either way, this soldier has a husband. The soldier longed to see again the soldier's husband. Note, we don't use por after sopiri, nor would we use it after a verb like serci. Even though in English we say, I'm searching for you. I don't say, I'm searching you. That has a very different meaning, right? And you might think, oh, I long for you. I can't just say, I long you. Well, no, in Esperanto, that for preposition is included in the verb's meaning. So you can simply say, mi serĉas vin. I'm searching for you. Mi serĉas vin. You can also say, mi sopiras vin. I'm longing for you. I'm yearning for you. And this kind of goes back to being maybe the active form of manki that we were, thinking about earlier, that you don't say you mank someone, but you can long for them if they are missing, okay? And then finally, heim sopira is just a good verb to know. That means homesick. That means they are longing for home. They have a homesickness. You could also use nostalgio. For nostalgia is its own thing, but this is more specifically for home. So heim sopira means homesick. So that verb was sopiri, and now we have a second piri. Well, we have a pair of piri verbs. This one is aspiri, okay? And this one means aspire or to want something. And fortunately, aspire in English, we already kind of know how to wrap our heads around that, and it sounds almost identical to aspiri, so you don't need any tricks to remember it. Ĉu vi aspiras ŝian manon? Do you aspire for her in marriage, for her hand? Basically, are you setting your sights on getting her to be your wife? Ŝi aspiris fariĝi princino. She aspired to become a princess. La sklavoj aspiris al liberezzo. The slaves aspired toward freedom. Now, aspiranto, you have to make sure you don't accidentally slur or tweak your vowels so it sounds like Esperanto. Make sure your A is a pure A, your I is a pure I, because aspiranto and Esperanto are not the same, okay? They don't sound the same. They're not homonyms. Okay, so in English, if we said an aspiring actor, that would mean someone who is not an actor right now, but he hopes to eventually become one. So you might think, looking over here, aspiranta actoro, an aspiring actor. That must mean the same thing. Well, it could mean that if you had some context that made it very clear, but it could also mean someone who is already an actor who is aspiring toward something else. It would then be more similar to desiranta actoro, an actor who is wanting something or desiring something. So if you want to be clear there, don't go for the more idiomatic expression of an aspiring actor, a would-be actor, a wannabe actor. You instead would want to say, li aspiras farigi actoro, or li aspiras actorigi, something like that. Or li estes aspiranto al actorezzo. He is an aspirer toward actinghood. Something like that would be better. And then at the bottom there, I just saw in the Wells Dictionary, if you type in wannabe, their word for a wannabe blank is aspiranta. So I thought, oh, that'd be cute if you had a wannabe wallaby, which would be aspiranta valabio. But I probably wouldn't use that in an actual sentence. Finally, we'll look at a handful of other expressions real quickly. Avidi is a verb meaning to, for lack of a better term, to crave. And you can think of avarice or avaricious. 1 second, I made a little mistake when I was writing these flashcards out and going back and forth with vortaro and the textaro and different things. I said that avidi is somehow related to avarice or avaricious. I was thinking of avari. So avidi simply means to crave something, to want something zealously, avidly, earnestly, eagerly. And so these sentences still do make sense, and they are supposed to be using avidi, but avari is something different. I'll show you real quick here. So avari is to greedily want something to remain yours, like hoarding your money or being a miser, basically. Like Ebenezer Scrooge would be an avarulo, right? A person characterized by their avarice. Patroi avaras, infanoi malsparas. Fathers like to kind of hold on to their money and keep a close tight on the pocketbook, whereas the kids just spend it like crazy and they just waste everything, right? Li avaras kai tamen nur malriĉiĝas. He hoards, and however, he only becomes poor because of that. So that's the difference. Avidi, avari are not interchangeable. They're absolutely different. I'm glad I caught that before I posted it, but keep these straight. Continue. Ju pli oni posedas, des pli oni avidas. The more one has, the more one craves or wants in a greedy sense. Nur vengeon mi avidas. Vengeon por mia patro. That's from Hamlet. Only vengeance I crave, vengeance for my father. All right? Below that, we have celi, and it would be celi of me not to mention it. Celi means to aim. That can be literally, I'm aiming a gun, but it can also be a mental form of aiming, like I'm setting my sights on the following. And normally you don't set your sights on something. You don't aim for something unless you want that thing. You aim at a bird because you want to kill it, right? With your gun. You aim at a goal because you want to accomplish that. Like you'd aim to kick the soccer ball into the net or something like that. So, oni lekas la manon, sed celas la panon. One licks the hand but aims for the bread. Like a dog could come up to you and be licking your hand. Is he being affectionate, or does he really just want the food up on the top of the table? That's his true goal. That's what he really wants. Okay? Li celis mortigi iun. He aimed to kill someone, probably because he, in a way, wanted to do it. And finally, below, serchata crimulo is probably the best way to express our idea of a wanted criminal. You wouldn't say volata, because no one says volata. And you wouldn't say desirata crimulo. That's like a desired criminal, like we can't wait to get his autograph or something like that. This guy, we just want to find him because he's out and about and he's at large. So we're searching for him, and he is a criminal who is in the receiving end of being searched for. All right? Now, I could give you a few other words like ambitsii, but if there's one thing I've learned, is that you should always leave them wanting more. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.